Since the release of the film Back to the Future, enthusiasts from all over the world dream of inventing the hoverboard of Marty McFly. Today we will talk about the most famous flying devices, from hoverboards, powerful jetpacks, and tricopters, to large personal inventions that you can turn into a superhero for a few moments. Thank you for watching. First of all, there are two machines that remind the hoverboard in its usual form. It's Hendo and Lexus hoverboards. The old school, hovering board by Hendo. Yes, it looks like the one Marty had in the second part of Back to the Future. Not so cool, but real. But for the next couple of decades, you can forget about the opportunity to get to the office on such a board. This hoverboard is only able to fly on an aluminum or copper surface. It's basically uncontrollable and emits a loud piercing sound, which makes this invention almost pointless. The next project was Lexus hoverboard project that was started with the participation of scientists specializing in magnetic levitation. It is this technology that formed the basis for the hoverboard. Earth's gravity is overcome by cooling the superconductors to negative 197 degrees Celsius. Cooled superconductors cause the skateboard to repel from the special magnetic covering in the skate park. 656 feet of special coating, where experts have installed hundreds of small magnets under the cement and wood skate park to make the dream of Marty's hoverboard real. Now, we turn to the list of real jetpacks. And the first among all is Jetpack Aviation's JB9, that bills itself as the world's only jetpack. The device can carry a total of 10 gallons of kerosene and uses small-scale airplane engines mounted to each side that provides upward thrust. These engines mix ambient air with their exhaust gases to bring temperatures down to a comfortably warm airstream that can keep users floating in the air. David Mayman, the Australian inventor of JB9, debuted his device by flying it over the Hudson River and around the iconic New York landmark. On the left hand, I've got a twist grip controlling yaw, says Mayman. If I turn my hand to the left, I spin to the left. You'll see some little yaw vanes at the bottom of each engine, a little cup that tilts backward and forward. To go forward or backwards, which requires pitch, effectively what I'm doing is pushing both handles down. That'll make me go forward. With JB9, you can take off and land from absolutely vertical. You can get an initial climb rate of 500 to 1,000 feet a minute and a speed of 60 miles per hour. So if you can imagine walking out your front door and being able to take off from your porch, it can be real today. But pilot David Mayman and creator Nelson Taylor went further. In 2016, he presented the new jetpack JB10. David Mayman, the Australian pilot of the JB9, debuted his new JB10 by flying it over the Principality of Monaco. Powered with two engines that produce more than 1,000 horsepower, the new device can gain the horizontal speed of up to 120 miles per hour. JB10 can stay airborne for 15 to 20 minutes and reach altitudes of over 10,000 feet. Unbelievable for a device of the future. Unsurprisingly, all this gyroscopically balanced truck-sized vector thruster technology isn't cheap. Jetpack Aviation plans to start selling the JB10 in 2019, but to get your hands on one, you'll need to shell out about $250,000. Amazing real-life Iron Man suit that actually flies. Meet Richard M. Browning, the ex-soldier who's created an amazing working jetpack. What's it like to fly in a real-life Iron Man suit? According to the inventor of this incredible working prototype, it's like riding a bicycle in 3 dimensions. 38-year-old Browning has developed the suit in his garage in Salisbury over the past 10 months. Propulsion comes from 6 miniature jet engines, similar to those used in jet-powered model airplanes, which are mounted on the arms and the lower back. The suit can fly in most locations, Richard says. Despite being capable of flying at several hundred miles per hour and at thousands of feet, Browning is currently exercising a bit of restraint. Besides, flying like Tony Stark is not as simple as just strapping yourself in and jetting off. The suit requires an enormous amount of physical effort to control. Even for Browning, a dedicated triathlete, in order to fly, he must follow a strenuous workout regime. In a typical week's training, he cycles over 150 kilometers. He also runs 40 kilometers every Saturday morning, so it's really hard to be an Ironman. Jetpack by Ives Rossi. Ives, otherwise referred to as Jetman, is known to the world thanks to his flight on the reactive knapsack wing of his own invention. On May 7, 2011, Rossi reportedly flew over the Grand Canyon in Arizona. In October 2015, Ives and Vince Refit, wearing jetpacks, deployed from a helicopter flying at 5,500 feet and flew in a choreographed demonstration with an Emirates Airbus A380, cruising at an altitude of 4,000 feet over Dubai, reaching the top speed of the 304 kilometers per hour, about 189 breathtaking miles per hour. For landing, he uses a parachute. Ives Rossi made many flights on his wings, including flying over the English Channel, over the Swiss Alps in the ranks with 2 Swiss Air Force fighters. Unbelievable jet man. Flyboard air, a new word in the world of jetpacks and hoverboards. Frenchman Frankie Zapata is well known as the inventor of the completely new extreme sport, flyboard. Yes, Frankie Zapata invented and patented these unusual flying things on water thrust. The new flying board is devoid of all connection with the earth. No more hoses, no water, no hydrocycles. Only you and the flyboard with its built-in powerful turbine at the bottom. It is stored on the pilot's back in a special tank. To control the board, you use a remote, and if you are lucky enough to own the first model, you can use the first remote as well. The flyboard is capable of lifting a person to 9,800 feet in height, and the flight time doesn't exceed 10 minutes with a full tank. The maximum flight speed is about 93 miles per hour, but no one has tested it yet. During the first flight test of his brainchild, Frankie decided to play it safe, so he only rose 98 feet above the surface of water, developing a top speed of 34 miles per hour. The Scorpion 3, a single-seat electric-powered hoverbike by a Russian company that builds drones. Footage uploaded to YouTube of the inaugural flight is on track to break 1 million views. It shows a tester wearing a motorcycle helmet to guide the hoverboard through the air inside a factory. Though, don't expect a motorcycle's license or even a pilot's license to authorize you to ride one of these things. The only thing that would, in my opinion, is a willingness to have your legs amputated in the name of extreme sports. Flight, personal tricopter of the future. The project started in the summer of 2014 at an applied research institute in the country. It is a coaxial Y6 layout tricopter, which means that the lift is generated by 6 rotors, grouped in counter-rotating pairs of 3 axes that are positioned uniformly around a circle. On the manned flight, the flight concept demonstrator had a takeoff weight of 210 kilograms, and this video shows how flight will look like in the near future. Flying Kitty Hawk machine itself doesn't look so much like a flying car as it does a majestic giant drone, upon which our Silicon Valley superiors can soar over our heads like modern-day knights on their geeky steeds. Powered by 8 propellers, Kitty Hawk can reach speeds of 25 miles per hour. The flyer weighs only 220 pounds, which means you won't need a license to fly it, and it's legal to operate in the United States, so long as you fly it over water in uncongested areas. Des Molnar hates traffic, so he's built a flying machine. The G2 is constructed using a steel and carbon fiber frame paired with a stock Suzuki GSX R600 motorcycle engine and a carbon steel propeller. The propeller disengages with the rotor and engages with the transmission, allowing the vehicle to achieve speeds of up to 200 miles per hour on the ground and 90 in the air. Mad Max in real life. Arca board. Inspired by the same film, developers constantly propose new ways of construction flying gadgets. Unlike its predecessors, the Arca board is able to soar above any unruffled surface. Actually, it has a weird appearance. Arca board looks like a concrete slab. Arca Corporation deals with development and production of space rockets, so the basis for creating flying board is the energy created by the motors. The flight of the device provides 36 electric motors with a total power of 272 horsepower. These start the appropriate number of channeled fans. As a result, Arca board can raise a passenger up to 242 pounds and fly about 1.2 miles at speeds of up to 12.4 miles per hour. The resources of lithium batteries suffice a maximum of 6 minutes, and then the batteries need to be reloaded for 6 hours. Omni hoverboard. This hoverboard consists of 8 propellers, which lift it into the air. The device is made out of carbon fiber. Power engines, which produce a total power of about 40 horsepower, are carried out through 12 batteries. But unfortunately, this hoverboard can be in the air no longer than a minute and a half. During the first test run, it overcame a distance of 3,000 feet. Flying Bike by Colin Furs. A levitating bike that does not fly as low as some previous models, but this design is worth the attention. In addition to these things, Colin Furs' channel is full of cool inventions. You'll find the link to his channel in the description. Our list is coming to an end, and it's time to chill with Hammock Drone. There is a rumor that it is just a well-executed VFX trick in a commercial for Dutch insurance company. Anyway, the idea is as simple as it is beautiful. It's a hammock that not only can move, but can float just about anywhere. While drones are poised to change the worlds of commerce and food delivery, perhaps we should be focusing on how they can change the world of luxury as well. Thanks to all for watching.